When the university was opened, this actually used to be a men's gym. So all the way upstairs on the third floor, we have 3 full-size NBA basketball courts. So all the time, we have NBA teams. Like in the last winter, we had the 76ers come here. So Joel Embiid was here taking pictures with a lot of students. We have the LA Sparks come here. LeBron has trained here during like Olympic training in the past, so it's a good resource for not only students here, but also members of the community. Up here, right ahead of me, this is our main UCLA store. Inside, it connects to what we call Ackerman Union. Ackerman, we're going to pass it up here on our right, and it's pretty much like this center hub for all student life. There's places to eat, there's the bookstore, places to shop. It's sort of just the go-to space for students.
Yes.
Thank you, thank you. Listen, anything you doubt, you ask, okay?
Here on your guys' left, John Wooding. This is our stadium gym. It's currently being renovated right now. It's been under construction for about the last 6 months. But it is a massive facility. Sauna, pool, everything that an athlete could ask for. That gym is actually open to all students. So anyone that goes here can use their Bruin card to access the gym. Next to it, behind this Bruin statue here, is our athletics center. So that's where the athletes go and train. It connects to the football field where they practice. And then it also connects to Poly Pavilion, which is our stadium for basketball.
Thank you. Video makes up.
So what we're walking on right now is called Bruin Walk. During the academic year, this is probably like the busiest straightaway on campus for student life. You'll see on all these tables, you'll have different clubs and organizations that set up in fundraiser, and it's a good way for people to sort of get out and get involved in different organizations on campus. Here at UCLA, we have about 2,000 different clubs and organizations that you can be a part of. So at the beginning of the year, we have the enormous activities fair where you can go and check out everything. They'll set up all the tables, all the different groups, so that gives the students an opportunity to sort of explore the different things they can access. Right here on your guys' right is Kirchhoff Hall. It is one of the most famous buildings at UCLA. If any of you guys have seen the movie Legally Blonde, this is actually where they filmed all of the scenes that take place at Harvard University, just because Kirchhoff Hall was built to resemble a building at Harvard University. Harvard itself has actually had a major role in sort of influencing the infrastructure here at UCLA. So you'll see in different buildings, like in Kirchhoff, and then when we get to Powell Library, that the Harvard seal is actually embedded into the buildings, so it does play a major role.
Have any of you guys seen the movie Legally Blonde?
No.
I was gonna say, I feel like
I was gonna say, maybe.
I'm like, they're too young.
Might be a little too old.
I'm like, we aged ourselves with that.
Sisters. I think this campus has too many of them.
Where are you looking? Where are you taking it?
Yeah.
Wait on that.
So here on the left is the Kirchhoff patio, which also connects to all of the food spots on campus that a lot of students usually access during the day. Kirchhoff is like the home to our student government, so all of our offices for our SGA and our Graduate Student Association are also inside Kirchhoff Hall, but they do things for students throughout the week. So they do like a weekly like massage Monday. So between like 8 and 11 a.m. they bring out people, you can go get a massage in the beginning of the day. They do little things like that. that students are enjoying their time that they spend here.
Okay.
Down here to the left, you're going to
Huh?
be way to South Campus. So UCLA is split up into two different sides. So South Campus is where a majority of our STEM majors are housed. So you have like your pre-med students, psychology, biology, chemistry. Anybody that studies anything like that's in like the STEM area is typically going to be on South Campus, because just past South Campus we have Ronald Reagan Hospital, which is one of the most well-known hospitals in the world. So it's important for them to be learning very close to there. Where we're going to be headed right now is going to be towards North Campus, which is where you have more of your liberal arts, you have your social sciences, stuff like that. As a political science major and a history major, all of my classes were on North Campus. In 2 years as a transfer student, I never had one class on South Campus.
Oh, physically.
What is it? Fighter. Physics and that's when you need to go, right? You want to go.
Come from there you go now. This is what Rina and Dave, huh? Yeah, come with me. UCLA inside. We came to visit UCLA. The photo. He is guiding me. You know, this is so beautiful place here. This is college, UCLA college. Look at it. Be careful, hey. It's university. This is university. Look at so many people here. Oh, here Indian. I think Indian people. Yes. Look at
So right here, this is actually going to be Royce Hall. So it is one of our largest buildings on campus. It's actually one of the most original buildings on campus. So when UCLA was first created, it was 3 buildings. So it's going to be Kirkhoff, which we just passed, Royce Hall here, and Powell Library. That was it. That's all they had. And slowly the university has expanded over time. So Powell Library right here. We have multiple libraries on campus. So we have Young Research Library, we have Powell Library, there's the Legal Library, we have a Medical Library. There are so many different research opportunities for students here. But Powell is our most central library, and it is our most well-known. It does actually have a mascot. We call it the Powell Cat, and it's actually a cat that's been around for about 10 years. It sort of just comes in, disappears. It used to just hang out inside the library, but it's been gone for a couple years, so they sort of retired it, and now there's actually a statue of Powell Cat inside of the library. But right now, we can actually head over inside Royce Hall, and if it's open, I can actually show you guys a lecture hall. So we can check out 190. It's actually going to be the first lecture hall that I ever sat in as a student here at UCLA. So you'll be able to see what it's like for a student to be inside of a classroom here at the university.
And what are you studying at UCLA?
So I actually just graduated. So I double majored in political science and history. I'm actually a pre-law student. So I'm taking this year to continue to work here at CPO. CPO, and then next summer I will sign my contract to become an attorney for the Marines.
Congrats. Also, answer question below me later. Anything you try, you ask, okay? Oh. Oh. What a beautiful. Here's your live producer. I think this. Oh, look at inside. Inside, right? What is
I'm so sorry, guys. It's actually
Oh,
locked.
yeah.
As we walk around, I can check different buildings.
Yeah, okay, okay. It's closed. It's closed. How many is
Kalyani. Did I call your name? No, bro. Your name was No! Damn! Where's my wife and then we're in a white coat?
They're graduating from like a
Medical degree, huh?
Excuse me, she got a question. Yeah. She's asking why is there people with the white coat? Like, are they graduating from some type of medical?
Yeah, so UCLA, we're actually a little different than most universities. So we actually operate on the quarter system here for undergraduates. So you guys might know, like in middle school and high school and stuff like that, you guys operate on the semester system. So you'll spend half the year doing one class and then half the year doing different classes. Here at UCLA, it's a 10-week cycle. So every 10 weeks, you're getting new classes. So we move at like a really fast pace. So because of that, a lot of our programs sort of offset with other programs. So our law school will actually graduate and they'll be finished before any of our undergraduates are done. And then right now, all of these students here, you'll see with their white coat, was something that they just received during their graduation ceremony, which officially makes them doctors, which is very cool for all of them.
Thank you.
Any of you want to be a doctor?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Want to be a barber? Okay, so right here, people might actually not know this just by looking at the campus, but right here where all of these cars are able to drive, it actually used to be a bridge way back in the day. All of this has actually been filled in, and where you can walk down here into the center, it actually used to be like a tiny lake. And then over time, they decided that in order to expand the university, they wanted to fill it in. So that's why you'll see there's actually the only road here where there's a weight limit because it is filled in underneath. And because this used to be water, slowly the ground is sinking. So they said, at least they told me during my orientation tour, is that about every like 40, 50 years, they have to add a new step because the ground does actually go down over time. Who knows how true that is or not, but that is something that I was told when I became a student here. Back here behind me, to my left, is actually going to be all of our administration buildings. So this is where all of our faculty operate. So you're going to have the faculty club, which is essentially like a nice dining restaurant for faculty, professors, people who work at the university, as a way for them to sort of network and work with other people at the institution. So a lot of students don't really find themselves over on that side of campus too often. Luckily, being able to work at CPO, I did have the privilege of being able to go there a couple of times and meet with different faculty to sort of work on like how we can help improve the university for all students, especially since CPO is a retention center. So we focus on providing basic and essential needs for low-income families. That's something that I relate to a lot with my background. So it's cool to see that students can come here and they can work directly with faculty to sort of improve the things about not only this university, but also our community and things that we can work on together. So we can sort of head down.
Ada. Other. Oh, that's right. Tikali at all. I number blue. Check it.
I want to do it. Not in that way, bro. You don't even know how to play Subway Surfers. I actually do. I'm pro. No, you're not. Nah, give me that dinosaur. You're not even pro.
Like as you walk around campus, conveniency is like a major thing for students here. Your schedule can get so busy with all of your classes and your extracurriculars and stuff that you can get involved in. So it's important that like you have things that are around you that are like easily accessible. So you'll see that at the major points that are all across our campus, there'll be a food place. So there'll be a place for you to get food, coffee, and then there's always going to be like a miniature version of that big UCLA store that we saw down by Wilson Plaza right when we started. So you can go down here, it has all the same stuff. It's pretty much like I guess like a convenience store, like if you go inside like a gas station, that's kind of what it resembles. So it's just like things that are like, I think you guys are about to do lunch right after this.
Anything you ask? Other. What? Anything you. Okay. Yeah.
Hello!
Hi, guys.
Guys, hey, say hi.
Student. College down. University de Jaunari.
So right here on your guys' right, we have the Public Affairs building, which is like a home to majority of my classes. Huh? Public Affairs, yes. So it is business studies, history, political science. It's a lot of social sciences. It's also home to like the Latinx and Chicano studies, which is a really cool department that's been taking off here more recently at UCLA, which is really good. On your guys' left, right here, this is going to be Bunch Hall, which has classrooms, but it's also home to a lot of office hours, where students can go and they can meet with these professors one-on-one, which can be very important at a university like UCLA.
We'll let you guys one.
So a lot of the offices in here are set up for students to be able to go in and be able to interact with their professors one-on-one. It's actually something that when I was looking for a college, it was something that was really important to me, because as an incoming freshman, you can find yourself sitting in a classroom with up to almost 300 students at a time. So at that time, or at that point, with only one professor, it can seem like you're not really getting like the one-on-one help that you need. But with office hours availability, it's really good for students to be able to go in and make sure that they're connecting with those professors and building their relationships to better themselves through their education. So here's actually the sculpture garden. It's actually a really popular place on campus during the academic year. As you can see, compared to most places on campus, it does provide a lot of shade. So students use it as an opportunity to come and relax in their classes. They can work on their assignments. They can do their research. It just provides like a good place for students to just spend their time during the day without having to walk all the way back to the hill if they want to go to their room, or if they live in the university apartments, they don't have to walk all the way down to the west hill.
Hey, hey, hey. Place. Oh, so nice place. So silent inside. Look at it. Hands. Wow.
Like, imagine like you got all F's all the time, like really bad. But like you could still end up. You just have to work. I'm gonna tell you guys about it a little bit more. So over here on your guys' right is actually gonna be I guess like it's called Young Research Library. It's one of our largest like libraries that are specifically designed for research. Depending on the major that you find yourself in here at UCLA, you might need to access certain libraries more than others, which is why like I think the placement for them is very important. So you have your medical library, which is centered more on South Campus, obviously because students in STEM would have more of a need for it than students here studying your social sciences. But all of these students, or all of the libraries are open access to all students. So regardless of your major, you can go in and check out any book that you want. And the cool thing about the University of California is that our library system is all connected. So there's an online database where you guys can go inside and you can actually search up a type of book. And if we don't have it here at UCLA, but another university does have it, they can mail it here, and then within a couple days you can just go and pick it up. It doesn't cost you any money. It's just a service that the university offers, just because they know that sometimes you might not want to access a resource digitally. It's better to just like hold it in your hand sometimes. So they want to make sure that students are able to use resources the way that they want to. Starting here on the left is Campbell Hall, and then we're actually going to work our way around towards the business center, which is where all of our students will study business, economics, anything essentially that has to do with money or finance comes out of that department over there, which is actually very important, and we'll show you that. So you'll see that their section of the university is just a little bit different. They're a little bit more secluded, just because most of our students that find themselves spending time over there are actually master's students. So they come through here at UCLA and then they'll study whether it's economics or business or something, and then they'll decide to further their education and they'll come back as a master's student and then they'll find themselves doing a lot of coursework. So you'll see that, you know, students like me who are just chilling out over here on like a regular day, I'm gonna go to class, you know, with my sweatshirt and some jeans or whatever. A majority, probably 95% of the time you walk through here, all these students, they're wearing their suits and, you know, formal business attire. Just because they are teaching them to instill all of these different skills now, so then when they do go into their careers, they're already prepared, which is the...
Aja. Aja. Oh. Oh. Come.
Do any of you want to come to school at UCLA? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, is he doing a good job on selling you on the school?
No, I'm so sorry. This is actually my first tour. I've never
Oh, this
been
is your first tour?
Yeah, we don't, because, so we actually at UCLA, we have like a dedicated department to campus tours. So they have like a map with all the fun facts and everything for you guys.
No, you're doing great. I'm just teasing.
No, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. So I'm actually, I work at the community programs office. So our department is focused on basic and essential needs
Oh, okay.
for students. So we're a retention space, so encouraging students who, you know, they thought that college might not have been for them in the first place, but they decided to, you know, or to take the jump and they ended up here. We want to make sure that you have everything that you can, that you're going to finish. You know, like we're here to help you throughout your journey.
Look at this. Lớn quá lại trời.
Want me to carry you or what?
Yeah.
Let me carry him.
I know it's like Mar Vista, I think San Fernando, and...
Oh.
Colombia, me too. Yeah, all my teams that I wanted, they all got eliminated. I'm gonna show you the truck. Won't you? What's up, son? What's up, bro? dia sih ya. Oke, atau misalnya nak lo ya lah.
So this is sort of like our business center here on campus. So this is where a majority of like our business students study. So you'll see here we have our NFC Cafe, which is similar to the one that we passed over up by the Public Affairs building. So they do make food easily accessible for students here. And then it is obviously, like I said, the Center for Business. So you have all of your classrooms that are here, both for undergraduate and graduate level students. So you have your students that are pursuing your bachelor's degrees, and then you also have your students that are pursuing your master's, which I also think is good for them to sort of mix in with each other, so these students can see, sort of how high it is. Just sort of go back down. This side of the campus is like for like all of the education side and stuff like that. And then on the other side of like intramural fields and stuff, like where you guys are gonna play soccer, those are like the houses.
Oh, museum? Culture History Museum.
Yeah, so right here on your guys' left is the Fowler Museum of Cultural History. So it is a museum that is constantly changing what it has. Because UCLA is a research-based institution, a lot of our professors here, they actually go out into the field and they do research, they work on projects, they bring stuff back. So it's actually really cool to have a space right here on campus where students are able to sort of like see the things that their professors are working on firsthand. It's just like any other museum that you'd be able to access anywhere in the world. And it's only one of the museums that's actually a part of UCLA. Down in the Westwood Village, we have what's called the Hammer Museum, which is essentially sort of like this, but on like a much larger scale. So if that is something that you guys are ever interested in, I would definitely recommend checking that out. But if we just continue this way, it's going to put us right back inside Wilson Plaza, where we started. So we're going to be back at the Student Activities Center, where we have the pool, we have the Community Programs Office, and then there's other different centers like the ROTC Center. There's different resources. What's up? You want to go see the pool? We can see the pool.
Yeah.
We can make that happen. So we can check it out.
Somebody jumping in the pool. Yeah, we just see it. What do you guys do?
Football? Yeah. So for football games, just because like it is a little different here. Most universities, they do have the football field that's like right there next to the university. So ours is at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. So for students who do want to go and they decide they want to go to the games, they set it up. It's called the Broom Bus. So when you buy your ticket, you can just get yourself a ticket for that bus. They go and they pretty much take you for the tailgate experience. So they show up like a couple hours before kickoff, and then they end up coming about an hour and a half to 2 hours after the game ends. So it's convenient for students. And the best part is that they drop them off right at the hill. So they don't bring you down here to campus. They're going to take you right up to where you're staying, which is convenient because, I mean, after a long game, you've been out there for a couple hours. You don't want to walk all the way back up the hill. They just take you right up there. And then Yeah, so for students who are like super interested in sports at UCLA, it's a thing they offer. It's called the Den Pass. It does cost about $100, but if you do plan on going to all the games, I think you definitely do get your value for it, because with the Den Pass you get a home ticket to every men's football and basketball game. So there's going to be a guaranteed 6 home games, and then however many basketball games they're going to run, you get into all those with the pass. So you're sort of fronting $100 up front, and then eventually, if you go to all of the games, you will get your value. But it is something that they do try to get you to pay for. They want to check out the pool, and then we can.
¿Quieres una picture con el guía? Yeah, can we do a photo?
You want me in this picture too?
Yeah.
Ozma, go ahead. Dasha, go.
It was good.